Hello, YouTube friends. I don't usually do this, but I just wanted to take a minute to thank those of you who are still here and supporting this channel. My channel has taken a pretty big hit as of recently, and I'm not really sure what I can do about it, so I'm reaching out to you guys for help. If you enjoy my content, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, or share. Most importantly, comment. Tell me what you do or don't like, or what you would like to see more or less of from this channel. Anyways, I thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy this video. Shout out to Scarlet Witch if you're listening.
Sister zoned.
For a short time, I used to work in a factory. Easy job, just walking around. At the time, I was new, naive, and very young compared to everyone there, so I got quite adored by the older workers. And then there was this guy, let's call him Andy. Andy seems to be a nice person, but he has anger issues. Since the first day, Andy would stop me mid-work to ask how I was doing and if I needed anything. It kept going on, and then he asked for my number. I casually brought up my then boyfriend, in case if Andy likes me. That night I opened my phone to a wall of texts from him saying that he doesn't like liars, regarding me having a boyfriend, and that he would make a great boyfriend, etc. I had to prove it to him that I was indeed in a relationship. He started talking about his hardships in the past and begged me to be his sister instead, and I agreed to that. What came next was that he started pouring everything in his life out to me. I was fine at first because I felt like I was helping him out by listening to him. But soon, with the number of texts of him reflecting on his past, the way he said I was the only good thing in his life, and how he started getting too literal with the sister status, I got quite annoyed and creeped out. I tried to limit everything down to casual conversations, and part of me just wanted to cut off all contact with him. He moved away and quit his job. I also quit not long after. One day I got a text from him, and I decided that I was not going to answer his text. The following days my phone kept beeping with messages. I can't remember all of them, but these are some, and they wrecked my heart. Why are you ignoring me? Please, sister, please answer me. Do you still love your brother? I want my kids to call you aunt. Don't leave me like this. You are part of my life, sister. Why do you hate me? Is this because of my skin, or my race, or my religion? Don't hide away from me. I need you to tell me everything. Don't play games with me. I know you still love me. I know you are out there. I'm a human being. I don't like this. Please don't treat me like an animal. I truly feel bad for him, and I do feel like this is a jerk move on me. But at the same time, I feel like I have drained too much energy being someone's clutch, and this person doesn't even know anything about me aside from my phone number. So I kept ignoring him in hope that he'd get over it. For the next several months, he kept texting me and used new numbers when I blocked the old one. He also found my social media, using the only thing he knew about me, and messaged me telling me to stop hiding and treating him like an animal. I was terrified, and all I could do was block him. And on last Thanksgiving, I received a text from a number from another state. Happy Thanksgiving. I answered, I don't think I know you. I'm not from that state. I know you live in my city, and I need you to do me a favor. I'm your long-lost twin." I cringed at the long-lost twin, and I knew who the hell that was. I told him a couple of lies, including that I have passed away and he has been talking to my only brother. To be honest, I'm still cringing at what I just did. He didn't buy it and said that he was going to my workplace to find out, to which I no longer work for. Andy, I hope everything works out for you, and I hope, truly hope, we never meet again.
Creepy 3 a.m. guy.
So, this story comes from a few months back, but it freaks me out a little bit thinking about what could have happened. It was a Saturday night and I had been out drinking with my brother and some friends. I had to drive a distance the next morning, so I didn't get too drunk. I got home by myself around 3 a.m. and was about to head up to bed when my phone started buzzing. It was a friend of mine asking if I were able to come pick up my brother because he was drunk and throwing up. Lightweight. I informed him that I had been drinking so I couldn't drive, but would walk down in order to guide him home. Good brother, yo. The town center with all the pubs and clubs is just around a 10-minute walk away, so I headed back out. About 5 minutes into the walk, I'm listening to music and minding my own business. As expected, the road is pretty much empty except for me. I look across the road and notice a guy with the hood up on his coat, slowly walking. I find it weird but assumed he was just a drunk lad and didn't think too much of it. I noticed out of the corner of my eye that he had stopped walking and was watching me walk. What really caught my attention is that he then crossed over to walk behind me, hood up and all. I turned my music down slightly so I could hear if he makes any movements or anything. After about 30 seconds or so of him just following me, I then hear footsteps sprinting towards me. As soon as I turn around to face the chap, he instantly stops running and turns his head as to try and act like he didn't do anything. I'm not really a confrontational person, so don't ask me why, but I just simply crossed the road and saw my brother walking towards the hooded lad. I called my brother over to the side of the road and proceeded to walk the opposite way back home. I turned my head to see the man sat down on a wall, just watching me and my brother as we walk away. I kept the encounter to myself but realized I should have said something to someone. Anyway, a few weeks later, I read an article in the local paper about how a man that matches his description, height, weight, same attire, allegedly tried to mug a woman until she screamed. He then proceeded to throw the lady's phone back at her, then run away. Hooded man, let's not meet.
No, I do not want to meet in your hotel room.
This happened about half a year ago, but finding this sub reminded me. So, I get a message on this dating site from a girl. Not my type, but I check the message out. Hey, you're super hot. Wanna come over to my hotel room? I was flattered, but definitely was not interested. However, she might be a good person, so I messaged her back. Not really looking for that, but I'm down to chat. Her. No, I really want you to fuck me. I'm on vacation and I'm at a hotel near my house. Me, once again, very sorry, but I'm not interested. Where are you from and why choose here to vacation to? Her, I live in the same town, but I'm at a hotel wanting to fuck. Come over. At this point, I was sketched out. Why rent a hotel room when you live here? It's a smaller city, so I did the smart thing. I blocked her. I sent a message beforehand saying goodbye and I hope she finds someone that is interested. Fast forward 30 minutes. She made a second account and sent me this. I'm serious, I really want you to come over. Here's something to persuade you. Imager link where looking was a picture of her naked in bed. So I block her again. Not even 15 minutes went by and there is another account and message from her. At this point, I think I'm getting trolled. My friends could easily pull this off. I wanted to call their bluff, so I created a new Kik account, gave my info, and told her to go on video. I was gonna catch my friends. Well, it was her. She quickly went into doing things trying to persuade me. I deleted the Kik and avoided it. Deleted my dating account, was completely sketched out. About 2 months later, I reactivated it one lonely night. About a day later, I get a message from her saying that she saw me riding my bike downtown a few weeks ago. She described what I was wearing. I had enough. I told her I could take this to the police for harassment. Didn't know if I had a good case, but I wanted to scare her away. It worked. Haven't heard a peep since. I've never been more grateful to think with my brain instead of my other head.
Insane driver tries to make me crash.
Note, not sure if this is relevant to the story, but at the time this occurred, I was a petite 20-year-old white female driving a small Suzuki model. One night, around 7 p.m., I was driving to soccer practice. At the end of my street, you have to pull out onto the main road, but you can turn onto the road at any time rather than using traffic lights. So I turned onto the main road like I always do. There were a smattering of cars behind me, but they were far enough behind me that I didn't think anything of it. Once I'm on the main road, I change lanes fairly quickly because I know I have to turn soon, and out of nowhere I see this matte black station wagon race up the lane I was just in. The driver then stops so that we're window to window and begins vehemently abusing me. My window is up so I can't hear him, but this middle-aged bald man has got half his body out of the window yelling and gesturing wildly. He then quickly swerves forward so that he is in front of me in my lane, and for the next couple of miles sporadically brakes so that I have to do so as well. Please note that this road is straight and the speed limit is 70 kilometers, 44 miles according to Google, so he really had no reason to brake. At this point I'm kind of freaking out because braking at that speed isn't safe and I got close to hitting him a few times even though I wasn't tailing him. Eventually, he gets further away from me and turns into a turning lane at a set of traffic lights. Then, just as I'm about to go through the light, and he's stationary because the turning light is red, he suddenly swerves into my lane, which causes me to violently swerve into the lane next to me, whilst doing 70. If the road hadn't been quiet that night and a car had been in the lane, without a doubt I would have had a high-speed collision. As I regain control of myself and my car, I look in my rearview mirror just in time to see him giving me a wave as he turns into a side street. So, let's not meet, insane bald man.